Welcome to this series of teachings on the Book of Revelation. My name is Santo Calarco. I have been a pastor for 50 years. I've been a Bible teacher for 40 years now, and my specialty is the Book of Revelation. I did a whole series of subjects in my postgraduate work in this book. I fell in love with this book as a 17-year-old boy, and so I devoted tens of thousands of hours researching and studying this book. Why this course? What's so different about it? You're probably wondering what school of theology I come from. I'm not preterist, I'm not futurist, I'm not historicist, I'm not dispensationalist, I'm not amillennial, postmillennial, or premillennial. They all have something good to say, and I have gleaned from all of them. But what all schools of theology, as a general rule, have missed out is that the book of Revelation is narrative. It's a story. It's like reading a novel. It's like watching a movie from beginning to end. And every chapter tells an unfolding part of the story, reaching with the new creation right at the end of the book. In this series of studies, we are going to go through the narrative, the storyline that John is telling us. You can then adopt and use this storyline, this narrative, in whatever theological framework you belong to, because they've all got something good to say. But here is something that has been sadly lacking within the Christian church, and this is not unique to me. Many other scholars are pointing this out, that John is telling a story in the book of Revelation, an unfolding story, which he unpacks. What is the story? Cosmic conflict. The book was written to a group of Christians in Asia Minor who were being persecuted, jailed, and slaughtered for their faith in Jesus. And God gives a vision to John to explain these early believers what he is doing about this evil. It's a Theodicy. God is good. God is powerful. Jesus has died on the cross. So what's all this death about? Where is the victory of the cross? So God shows John a vision to share with Christians. He who has an ear to hear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches. It applies to all of us at all times. He takes him up in vision in chapter 4, and he shows John that the conflict going on planet Earth between the church and the devil is only a microcosm of a cosmic that's happening in the heavenly realm. And so here we have the story about a cosmic war, where there are good spiritual powers and evil spiritual powers. And we are caught in this middle of this war. What is God's role in this war, and what is Satan's role in this war? This is where the Christian church is lacking, terribly, tragically lacking. Why? Because the Christian church has picked up that the seals, the trumpets, and the plagues are all warfare language, spiritual warfare. But the mistake they have made, what they have missed, is that the Christian church as a whole, preterist, futurist, dispensationalist, historicist, all of them have attributed the supernatural violence in the seals, trumpets, and plagues to God. And it's not. The seals, trumpets, and plagues come from the devil in this war. And God in this war is restraining the power of evil. So this book sets out to explain, well, where is God? What is he doing in this cosmic conflict where Satan is hammering and persecuting and inflicting pain on human beings, lost and saved, makes no difference. And it tells us what God's role is. And in this series of teachings, I will demonstrate every single passage in the book of Revelation that the church has said, God's dumping the plagues, God's dumping the trumpets, it's coming from Satan. And I'm going to demonstrate that the church has had this wrong. You can use this information in your own theological school that you come from. If you're a preterist, you can use this. If you're a historicist or futurist, you can use this. So join me as we travel from chapter 1 to chapter 22, and we unpack the story of cosmic conflict where God does not dump supernatural destruction on people, Satan does. And then how does God resolve the problem of evil? He lets it continue, he restrains it, he holds it back, and he lets it gradually surface until it destroys itself. And that's how God will deal with the problem of evil. And once Satan has fully revealed himself to humanity, then we have the new heaven and the new earth. God bless you.